there are any questions, I'd be happy to take them now. If you look at what the media knew before this event and what the world knows now, I think there's difference day and night. Prior to our calling attention to the denial of our rights here in Singapore, I don't think very many people in the international community knew the extent of the repressive nature of this government. And because of that, the Singapore government has been able to sell itself and deceive everyone in the world that it is somehow a modern, progressive, and by extension, a transparent and accountable government that allows free trade, that encourages safe investments here in this country. But now that the world knows, we say again that free trade without freedom is exploitation. How that system can last will be put to a test when the economy begins to unravel, as we have seen in Indonesia. So I say again, let us go together forward and have our political development grow in tandem with our economic development, and that will ensure sustained prosperity and stability. We started off with 6 activists who were willing to don on this t-shirt and come down to the speaker's corner to do whatever we had planned to do. Now I can tell you, in the Singapore context, this is a huge step forward. And if you had seen, and you were here with us on Saturday, you had seen the ring of police officers surrounding the 6 of us, keeping everybody away. And people were staying away. But with time, through the 3 days, we have seen an additional 3 activists who were willing to come and sit with us, put on this t-shirt. A couple of them cannot be here this morning because they couldn't get off from work. But this is a huge encouragement for us. As I said again, in the Singapore context, you're not going to be able to see tens of thousands of people coming together. Not at this time anyway. But it is a huge step forward, and it is a very encouraging and positive sign for us. We're prepared for that. I think the government has only been very restrained because of the presence of the international media. Frankly, we don't know what's going to happen over the next few days when the World Bank, IMF delegates leave Singapore and the attention shifts out. But we are prepared for the consequences. As Democrats, democracy activists, anywhere in the world, not just in Singapore, the repression will come. And it is only when the government continues to react that we can find ways and means that we can counter-react and move our campaign forward. And I do want to say this again to this government very, very clearly, that every step that it makes provides us with more opportunity to counteract, and we will use it intelligently and maximize the effectiveness. Are there any more questions?
Do you have any details on your plan to raise activists?
We will announce it. We will announce it as we've been conducting workshops fundamentally to raise awareness about human rights, the history of human rights, how it came about on the international scene, why it came about. And it's only with a good grounding of and knowledgeable knowledge of human rights can Singaporeans then begin to understand the importance of how human rights can help them. And we're also training activists in the theory and practice of nonviolent action, very popularly advanced by Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, so on and so forth. They have very practical applications to Singapore in terms of strategies, and they are very usable. And as you can just witness, we have put it to good effect over the past 3 days. Anything else? We will continue. We will continue to plan, to make plans, and they will evolve. The ideas will take shape, and when the time comes, we will make the announcements as we have for this particular event. All right? If there are no other questions, I thank you very much. We will make our way out of this place.
Where are you going?
Thank you. I'm sorry?
Where are you going now?
We are going home. As we have started, we will end by saying the pledge and continue with our defiance and pledge that we will overcome. We, the citizens of Singapore, pledge ourselves as one united people, regardless of race, language or religion, to build a democratic society based on justice and equality so as to achieve happiness, prosperity and progress for our nation. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall not be afraid. We shall not be afraid. We shall not be afraid. We shall not be afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome today. We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Thank you to all our supporters and friends. Thank you very much. Hey, thanks for coming. We are going home. We're on our way home. If you so insist, we can bring our things back down and we can continue this if you're going to detain us here. I've just said it. All right? Then step aside.